Hey everyone, welcome back to Crunchy Kids TV. Did you guys really start filming without me? Ugh. Now you ruined the whole thing.
Sorry. Oh, excuse me, I just need to add a little bit more makeup to you, Audrey. Yeah, I'm literally just using a palette that I got from Dollar Tree because it's like $1.25 and it's super easy, and this is just really like crappy makeup and I don't use it on myself. I use expensive makeup. But yeah, I just like to use it for the dolls, and it just comes clean off with like a wipe or something. So it's great, and I would definitely recommend this for videos. It just kind of adds a glow up to their face. But anyways, so today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be making a box room kitchen inspired by my Froggy Stuff. She's another YouTuber. So let's get into it. Let's just move all of this stuff off of here. Ugh! Angela, come on. Okay.
Oh wait, this isn't right. Just gotta fix that. There.
Oh yes, please subscribe if you enjoy this video. It really helps us make more content for you that's fun and for all ages. So comment down below if you're subscribed or not, because most of you are not subscribed. So let's move all of this stuff out of the way and get started. You want to make sure you have a clean surface. Oh, and I apologize for the bad backdrop. We only had white backdrop, so get used to it. But so you want to make sure you have a clear space, and we're going to be using foam board for this box room, and this might be kind of a long video.
We are also going to be using these wooden crates that we got from Dollar Tree. We might not be using all of them, but we're definitely going to use a lot of them.
So let's get going on the floor. I measure it out and then I cut it, and it is about the entire ruler. So yeah.
And we're also going to be using X-Acto knives,
which make sure you have permission from an adult before you use them, and always have adult supervision.
Sorry if you can't see the pencil on the foam board.
So yeah, you can always adjust these to your specific like shelving. This is just what we did because of our shelves. But yeah. So we got that one cut out, and now we're going to cut out the other ones. So we just have to make a wall that is two walls that are the same size as the sides, and one that's the same size as the back. So, you know. And sorry about this. We had to like speed this up like way, because it was like way too slow. So, yeah. We're measuring out the wall right now and cutting it out, and we have to make sure it's the same size as a Ken doll or a little bit taller, because we want to add some shelves. And let's check this. Yeah, it's
so we want it to be like right there.
So yeah, and apologies for the emoji. I like love emojis, so I thought I should probably add one in there. So we're working on the next wall. We're cutting it out right now. Just always remember to be really careful when you use these sharp knives.
They're very sharp and easy to cut yourself with. And crafting is hard, so don't beat yourself up if you don't get anything perfect.
Because life is not about being perfect. It's about learning through experience and working hard to accomplish something. So never give up on your hopes and dreams, ever. Because you can do them. And sometimes to get better at things, you have to be really bad at them to start. And yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
So we're working on the next wall right now. It's looking like pretty good. So we're just like measuring it out and and we're gonna cut it out. Okay, so let's just like sketch this out. It's kind of all like, we don't like do like exact measurements. I'm just trying to go like by the lines of like our bookshelf, because we keep our box rooms in our closet and on a bookshelf, so that you just saw right over there. Sorry about that. So now we're moving on to the wallpaper because we got all the walls cut out, and I'm hoping we can pick something pretty neutral, because this is going to be a main part of our new series that we're creating, which is a surprise for you when the first episode comes out, so subscribe if you want to see that. And so we're gonna pick something out from here, and we ended up needing help from our mom, and this is the like 2 side walls, and that's the back wall we picked out, is that one. And then for the floor we decided to pick out like this color of wood. We had some struggles deciding to like which one we should pick out, but I think we ended up picking this one, which it'll all look like really great when it's done.
It'll just go good with the vibe that we're going for.
So this is the wallpaper we picked out. Let us know in the comments down below if you think it's a good wallpaper. And I would highly suggest watching through this whole video before you actually start this craft, because it's a very long process and this video is very long, so I would watch the whole thing.
So we're just going to be using an Elmer's glue stick. Nothing fancy, just regular purple Elmer's glue stick.
And we're also going to be using hot glue quite a bit in this, so make sure you have that on hand. And
hot glue is hot. You have been warned.
Warned. So for the fold, we're just like folding it over to make this like sides more neater, and we're folding it over with some hot glue because Elmer's glue would not stick. And we're just doing the same thing with this other paper. I think we are gonna
have to overlap it a little bit, and always make sure that the wood is going the correct way. Oh, sorry about that.
We don't have the best table space, so sorry if you see some of us, like our shirt or whatever, or our hair. I was very like stressed out at this time because I was like so worried I was gonna get something wrong. But then I just had to remind myself that not everything's perfect and it's okay to mess up because you can always start again. And that's just something we need to all remind ourselves in life, because this is reality, not something you see on a TV show, because that's all fake. So we're here to be real. So now we're doing the back wall with this sunshine paper. I don't know, it's like a flower, like a sunflower, I don't know.
It just looked really good in the kitchen. And also, never beat yourself up, especially if it's your first time doing something. That is the #1 rule if you are ever going to craft or make
anything at all.
Just don't beat yourself up.
So we're just kind of like gluing this on, folding it over, kind of
smoothing out the crinkles.
Just have to like fix it. And so sometimes the paper doesn't like always stick, so sometimes you have to like fold the edges and stuff to get it right,
because it dries very quickly,
especially when you have your fan on. So
LOL, we were working in our bedroom at this time and our fan was on.
So we're on the next wall. So we're actually going to be doing something different with the next wall. So just throwing that out there, which is why I recommend you watch this whole video before you start crafting this. I'm going to keep saying that.
Sorry if at times the view is a little odd or you can't see correctly. The camera kept moving around.
So on this next wall, we're actually going to be doing something different. I'm taking this bowl from another My Froggy Stuff inspired video, and I'm going to be tracing it a little bit down from the top of the foam board, but we're not actually going to be doing it on the wall. We're going to be doing it on a piece of scrap foam board to make a, because we're making a cutout before we do the actual door, so we get some practice. So we're starting off with the bowl. We want this to be kind of like a garden view door. It's gonna make a whole lot of sense when you guys see our new series that's gonna come out soon. So, yeah. So I'm just like measuring out the wall to kind of like see where this whole like thing is. It's kind of hard to like mark exactly where it needs to like be, so honestly I really don't think it matters that much. But yeah, so we're just kind of measuring with the ruler, blah 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 blah.
So we're gonna measure one side and then the other, and it's gonna be about almost as tall as the wall.
Yeah, just like a little bit under, like 13, somewhere around like 12 and a half, 13 inches. So I'm just sketching out the bowl, and then I'm gonna sketch out the lines coming like straight down from the bowl. This is like our first time ever making a door that can open. Like all of the doors that you've seen in our past videos have been faux doors, so like don't judge us if it's not perfect. We will be getting better at this though.
Practice, practice. So we're just gonna trace down here from about halfway of the circle, and here is how tall it is next to Buffkin,
which he can fit underneath it, which is good. Sorry about the background if it keeps changing. It's kind of difficult to get this all good. So basically it's gonna be a curved door, and the bowl just helps you get like a good curve. So we cut that out, and now we're gonna trace it on the other board, on the actual wall. But otherwise it's done. So let's just take our wall and put it the right way, and then we're gonna trace around the cutout. And so the lines are not perfect, so I have to like fix them, and we actually had a struggle getting the line straight, so we had to like get some help from our mom, who helped us fix the lines. So a shout out to my mom, or our mom. And so we just drew like a big cross, if you want to say, like straight down. So we completely left out this part, but do not start cutting right here. It was a really big mistake, and we almost completely destroyed the door, because you actually need to have 2 outer ring lines. So don't make that mistake. Once again, watch this video all the way through before starting the craft.
LOL, moms, right? They always save the day.
So make sure you have an outer line as well, and then all you're gonna do is you're going to cut all the way on the windows until that inner line, and you're just gonna go down and then go along the line that is where the cross typed shape is. So then you're gonna pop all the windows out, which we did off camera. It's a little hard to get all the cutting on camera. So that is done, and now what we're gonna do is we're going to cut all the way through the board around the curve, and then we're gonna stop like halfway through
So it can open.
but then on the down lines we're going to just score. We're not going to cut all the way through so the door can open, because if you cut all the way through, the frame would just break.
Would just like pop out, break, crack in half, etc.
So you always want to make sure the top is scored, but the sides... Sorry, the top is cut all the way through and the sides are scored. Always want to remember that. Just having brain fog.
Brain
fog. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is cut out plastic from doll packaging. We got this like doll packaging from our Ryan Gosling Ken unboxing short,
which
Ken Takeover,
which you might have already seen before.
But we're just taking the clear plastic and then we're gonna trace out the like window pieces, and then we're gonna make sure that we have a little bit of extra on the sides to glue around the door. And you always want to make sure you glue it like on the outside, and you can use tape, but I prefer to use glue.
Sometimes the glue can get a little messy, so you have to be careful. So I was just smoothing this out, and now we're gonna glue the other side on. Again, the door will not be perfect. That's just a fact.
So we're just gluing these on. We got all of them done, but this is how the door looks so far. It's really good. It looks pretty perfect, and it's actually like super like not perfect, but it's really good for our first shot, so we're not gonna beat ourselves up too much. But the next thing we're gonna do is the wallpaper,
which is gonna be tricky with the arch at the top of the door to make the wallpaper look right and not look awkward. So yeah. Because we had to make sure that the lines are always going up and not going this side. Because otherwise, people would be like, "What is up with this kitchen? The walls are weird."
Yeah, so we're just like gluing on the wallpaper now, and so we actually have plans for the outside of the wall. So I completely messed this up by folding this over, which I should not have done because we have plans for outside of the wall. So I just had to rip that off and fix it. But now we're gluing on the other wall and cutting it. I mean, you can fold it over if you don't want to do anything on the back side of the wall, but we have plans to make it an outdoor area. So that's kind of the whole reason why we made the door. So stay tuned for another video like that.
Otherwise, if we didn't make something on the outside, the door would just be leading into oblivion.
So we're gluing on the little like panels on the floor, like the sideboard. So yeah, we're just like cutting that off and
trimming it up. Yeah.
But this is how it looks, and it's pretty much done. We just have to like fill in the corners, which we did. So now we're going to glue this box room together. It has taken a lot of work to get here. So we're just gluing all the walls together, and we're lining them up with the floor. We're not putting them on top of the floor, we're lining them up with the floor. That's always something that you want to make sure you do. So we're not worrying too much about the sideboards on the other thing, like on the other walls, because this is how the kitchen's gonna pretty much look when it's done for the kitchen part.
There's gonna be shelves up on top, as we said, and we don't have to worry about
a fridge
because we already have a fridge right here. It's the
it's the mini brand Zuru 5 Surprise fridge. Fill the fridge
fridge.
Fill the fridge mini minis. It's like the best like mini fridge ever, except for sometimes it's like harder to hold the like older mini brands because they're bigger. But I think the mini minis are a lot easier. Like they're more to scale.
The ones made the mini brands fill the fridge are made for the fridge.
Sorry, kind of yapping. So we like had trouble like getting this to be the right way, but we figured it out in the end. Oh my gosh, this place looks amazing. I love it. It's so great. Bye. See you guys later. Don't forget to check out Crunchy News. Bye. Okay, so back to what we were saying before. So, now what we're going to do before we paint the cabinets are we're going to take, like, pieces of, like, cardboard or, like, cardstock from, it's like paperboard from, like, the doll packaging, and we're going to be making faux cabinets all along the cabinets.
Just to get the vision of a cabinet. And we wanted this kitchen to be kind of pocket friendly. So yeah, a lot of recycled doll packaging and
material. So yeah, we're just kind of working on this, and
so we're just working on this part. We're just using some doll packaging material, gluing it on, cutting it out, blah blah blah, etc. etc.
Riley was working on the rest of the crates in the background while I was doing this. So we're gonna like quickly like speed through this video part because it was getting like way too long. So
yeah, we're just gonna speed through this part really quick. It was taking too long because we had to make sure it was precise, and we were also filming it on camera. So yeah, gotta do this. This is our third cabinet. As we said, that I'm doing some of them off camera and Jordan is doing them on camera.
So this is the I'm only doing half of this cabinet because it's going to be the like corner piece of the L-shaped kitchen, which you'll see later on. Just continue to watch. So now we're just gonna glue all of the cabinets together because we got them all done. So let's get to that. Yeah. So this kitchen is going to be for someone special, aka the dolls, which you're going to want to see later on. But yeah.
So we wanted the cabinets to be sage green. Sage green is kind of
like a mix between light green and like white. It's kind of it's a weird color. Look it up. You'll get better like
it's like a ratio of like darker greens, lighter greens.
Just look it up. But basically we're going to be painting this thing, this pale green and titanium white. We did not actually have any sage green, so we're going to be using these ones because we think that they'll be best.
You'll see what happens later on in the video. So we're just going to mix them together now.
Okay, so we mixed those two colors, and As you can see, you're probably thinking, what the heck, that is not sage green. And you're correct, it is not. This is not sage green. This is aquamarine or teal. And teal is one of my favorite colors alongside pink. So I'm not complaining, but it does not match the vibe of the kitchen we were going for. But we're not going to repaint this thing. And as a little kid, my favorite color was teal. So I used to want to have a teal house and a teal kitchen, which obviously cannot happen, reality expectations. But yeah.
So this is how it turned out. It's not dry yet, and we also just glued the islands together
This way.
with both of the top parts of the crates glued together, and then we painted that as well. We had to do that one off
this
camera.
is gonna have to sit overnight. So it is officially the next day, and it got even
Worse.
tealer. Literally, this is the most aquamarine I've ever seen in my entire life.
And we used to live in a teal bedroom.
So yeah. I am not painting this thing again. This was so much blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, I kept cutting myself on paper. But anyways.
It's so time consuming to be painting, especially when you're trying to film yourself doing it.
But it is really pretty, and I don't think it's actually going to look that bad in the kitchen. But now we're going to work on the countertops. And so we were thinking about using this wood foam board from a leftover craft from a while ago that we did off camera. But it ended up not being the right color. And we wouldn't have enough of it to cover the island, which then that would have looked really weird. And honestly, wood would not look the best. And we even talked to our mom about it, and she said that she thinks we should go with marble. So we ended up going with marble. Because, look at the way this is shaped. It's not going to work.
Especially for the way our countertops are shaped. So, yeah.
We're going to use marble.
Wallpaper and cover the foam board in the wallpaper. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Which, great. So yeah. So this is the marble that we decided to use. We had to speed this up way up because it was taking way too long. So we just mark where the countertop should be, sketch it out, fix it up, cut it out, and then we started putting it on the paper, and we're just cutting it in half, and then we're gonna start with Elmer's glue, and then we're gonna stick it down, and then we're gonna use hot glue. So we just like to put hot glue on this part and fold it over, just kind of the same thing that we did with the wallpaper. Except for this time we're going to be doing it present style.
Except there's no present inside. And hot glue is just a little bit more sturdier than Elmer's glue.
It's a sad, disappointing present.
Wow. So that one's done. Now we're just going to be moving on to this one. Sorry, our thing runs out of glue really quickly. So yeah, we're just going to speed run this really quick.
So we're working on this one. I think the marble will go really great with the color of the counter and everything. And I apologize once again for you being able to see us a lot. Whatever. This is our first time doing this. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect because
you've already seen us before in our baking video, so you should go check that out.
And comment down below if you would like more baking videos. So we glued on the countertops, which it had a hard time sticking, so we had to do it a couple times. A lot of hot glue. And so now I'm doing the kitchen island, and we want it to be over the edge a lot because we want people to be able to sit, and that's just kind of how a kitchen island is. So I'm gluing it on now.
with hot glue, once again, present style. We're just going to be using the same method because honestly, I think that this method is the best for what we're doing right now. And yeah. So we're just going to cut off a little bit of the excess and then glue it on.
It doesn't have to be perfect. I literally
Feel like this.
This is a very time-consuming project. So I would definitely know what you're getting into before you do this, because it takes a really long time, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna be real with you guys. This took me and Riley forever to do, literally. So I wanted you guys to know what you're getting into with this.
So this is how it looks now that it's done.
We did the shelves off camera.
Sorry about that.
It took way too long.
So we just used the same present wrapping method, blah blah blah, measured it, glued it on.
So we glued in the kitchen piece, but we did not glue in the kitchen island, just to get good shots, because then we can move it around and stuff. So we actually, you guys are gonna want to stay tuned because there's a hint at the end of this video, so you're gonna want to stay for the rest of the video, which we'll be showing you later on. So we're just gonna stick on some of these stickers we got from the Dollar Tree because they're really cute and they will match perfectly with the vibe and the family that's going to be moving into this kitchen.
We're gonna put this up here, or actually,
Hint,
maybe
hint.
not here.
Subscribe if you want to see our new series.
And for the garbage can that I'm sure you've seen on the side of the fridge, we also got that from Dollar Tree. We actually have quite a few of them now. We have the teal one that's in the kitchen right now, the red one, and then a green one. But we decided that the teal would look best in the kitchen and that the red one would look the best outside. So we're going to choose a happy one on this wall over here, or actually this wall.
So I'm sticking this save the dates sticker. It looks like a picture frame because the someone who is moving into this kitchen, which you will find out later on, is married. So you're gonna really love it if you enjoy doll series and stuff. So we're actually going to be putting some of these stickers outside, not in this video though, because we're going to be making a box room to go outside of the door. So stay tuned and comment down below if you want to see us make an outside scenery for behind the outside of the door. And subscribe, it really helps us if you enjoy these videos, and we just want you guys to have fun and learn from our experiences and
have fun, because this channel is for all ages. Anyone can watch it. We're all about having fun and enjoying what you do and not beating yourself up when you get something wrong.
and not being perfect. So yeah,
Reality
is important, just like expectations. Yeah, just gotta keep your expectations real.
Alright, so
This is how it looks. It looks really good. So yeah.
whoa, this place looks really good. If the cabinets weren't pink or teal,
Yeah, sorry. I kind of maybe accidentally painted them teal. It was all Chelsea's fault though. She tricked me.
you fell for a 6-year-old.
Like you haven't ever done that.
Ugh, Skipper.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to see more of our videos. And please subscribe, it really helps. And we can't wait for you to see what's coming next. Although it might be a while. We need more subscribers.
Skipper, I can't believe you fell for Chelsea's trick.
Oh, stop it, Stacey!
No, you stop.